friends, in this video we'll be telling you about cybercrime, its classification and ways to protect from cybercrime. Now the question arises, what is cybercrime? Criminal activities carried out by the means of computer and the internet is termed as cybercrime.
Cyberhacks, the internet's biggest crime. Did you know more than 556 million people are victims of cybercrime every year? That's 1.5 million victims a day and 18 victims per second. Recently, cybercrime surpassed drug trafficking as a criminal moneymaker. It's a hot topic in the news and can affect anyone.
It is classified into fraud and financial crime, second is cyber terrorism, third is cyber extortion, fourth is cyber warfare, fifth is computer as a target, and the last one is computer as a tool. Now, coming on to the fraud and financial crime, the term financial crime covers a wide range of criminal offences, which are generally international in nature. Financial crime affects individual companies, organizations and even nations and have a negative impact on the entire economic and the social system. Now, what is internet fraud? Internet fraud is the use of internet services or software with internet access to defraud victims or to take advantage of them. Now, my friend Daniel will tell you about cyber terrorism.
Now coming on the cyber terrorism, we should know about who is cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism is a criminal use the computer technology and internet such many things to destroy and damage other devices like internet. Internet is destroy and damage particularly and other uses.
Now, coming on to the cyber extortion, ransomware is the type of a malware that encrypts important data that belonging to a business or an organization. In regaining control of a company's server, they demand money from the victims. Now, what is cyber warfare? Cyber warfare involves the action by a nation, state or international organization to attack and attempt to damage another nation's computer or information network. For example, computer viruses or denial of service attack. Now, my friend will tell you about computer as a target and computer as a tool.
When the computer is used as a target, the sole purpose of the hacker is to affect the computer, its functioning, and not the person or institution owning that computer. That's why he uses tools like viruses or malwares to affect the functioning of the computer. In this case, the owner's personal files or documents or information contained in the computer are not necessarily compromised. Again, when the computer is used as a tool by the hacker, the sole purpose of the hacker changes. Now his main aim is not only to affect the functioning of the computer, but it is also to procure the personal data and info contained in that computer of the institution or the individual. Now, if he gets that information, he can cause havoc in their lives and it will be very harmful to that person or the institution.
Now, the upcoming animated video is an example of how cybercrime occurs. This animation video will help you to make the idea more clear.
The Adventures of Slack Ethics. Mr. Ethics has just been appointed as an admin manager at your company.
Congratulations, Mr. Ethics, and welcome on board.
Such a sweet young man.
Boy, I sure am glad the qualifications I borrowed weren't picked up in the screening. Hehe, that was easy.
Tip number 1. Ensure you perform proper background checks on all new employees and contractors. Hard at work trying to access his Facebook page.
The IT security department has blocked access to Facebook.
Slack thinks hard of a way to bypass the information security restrictions. He contacts his online Russian pal, Ivan Dell, to see if he can assist.
Ivan, you've got to help me. They're limiting my access to Facebook.
No problem, buddy. Download this program to bypass the security.
Oops! Slack has just downloaded malicious software. Cyber criminals now have a backdoor to the company's network. Tip number 2. Do not download unauthorized software. Meanwhile, the poor IT department has their hands full. The malicious software was rapidly infecting the network.
The internet is offline. I'm going to work from home.
After a productive first day, Slack makes a dash for the door. In the basement, Slack discovers a USB stick in front of his car labeled Confidential Salary Info. Without thinking, he inserts the USB into his laptop and opens the file. Tip number 3. Do not use unauthorized media devices.
Hello, this is Robert Mueller from Go Away Virus. Your computer's infected. You need to buy our antivirus for $75.
$75? I don't have a virus. Leave me alone.
A few weeks ago, Slack had sold his previous employer's client database to a competitor. He connects to his online bank account to see if they have paid him yet.
I can't wait to finally go on that dream vacation.
Suddenly, his phone rings again.
I've really had it with you, Robin. I'm gonna switch my phone off so you can't bother me anymore.
He removes his battery, hoping this would give him a little peace and quiet. This was the cyber criminal's plan all along.
Perfect. His phone is off. Now to intercept his one-time password.
Slack heads off to bed to dream about his beach holiday. Slack awoke with an uneasy feeling. He decides to log into his internet bank account.
What?
The cyber criminals used the malicious software on the USB stick Slack found to gain access to Slack's bank account. Thanks to a cloned SIM card, all SMS notifications were diverted to the criminals once Slack switched off his phone. Slack feels lightheaded as he realizes all his money has been stolen. Slack wakes up in hospital with his wife and daughter at his side. A police officer from the cybercrime unit later pays him a visit.
Mr. Ethics, your irresponsible behavior resulted in a major data breach at your company.
Just as he thought things couldn't get any worse,
There is one more bit of bad news, Mr. Ethics. Your previous employer wants to lay criminal charges against you for stealing their confidential information.
Now the question arises how to protect yourself from cybercrime.
1. Monitor credit card statements weekly and flag any questionable activity immediately. 2. Create strong passwords and change them every 90 days. Avoid using your name, birth date, or initials. 3. Check for secure wireless connections when working in public places like a coffee shop. 4. Keep an eye out for phishing emails. Lock your laptop and read privacy policies when shopping online. 5. Only share personal information on encrypted websites. Look for HTTPS at the beginning of the web address to be sure it's encrypted. 6. Use identity protection software and services. 7. Request a copy of your credit reports to monitor activity. 8. Copy important files onto a removable disk or external hard drive and store it in a safe place. If your computer is compromised, you still have access to your files. Cyber hackers show no signs of stopping, but with the help of cybersecurity experts and these precautions, you can better protect your personal information with ease. Computer information systems professionals and those in related fields are in high demand as they take on the fight against cybercrime. In fact, over the next 10 years, information security careers are expected to grow at a rate of 37%, much faster than average.
Be alert and follow these awareness tips. Perform background checks on new employees. Don't use unauthorized software or media. Protect both company and personal information. You are a target for cyber criminals. Don't become the next victim.
I hope that you would be clear with what we showed you in the entire video. Be safe, be happy, and bye-bye.